TIFU by trying to gift my BF some sweet undies and subsequently spoiling his surprise proposal plans. About 3 weeks ago, I began preparations to get a nice gift for my BF, who I'll call Ray, to celebrate 4 years of dating. We live in a terribly humid place, and all summer he's been complaining about how sweaty his zucchini and balls get whenever he goes outside. He's been buying the same brand of cotton boxer briefs since we started dating. I thought it would be a nice homage to our great relationship, a great way to take care of the butt I get to squeeze on the regular, to splurge on a male subscription service to some silky micromodal underwear. They are pricey but known for being wicking, cooling, and overall very nice on the buns and balls. I ordered the first pair to present to him on the day of, and set up for a pair to be delivered monthly thereafter. I used his email on the sign up so that I could simply pass on the account to him after the first pair came. That way, he'd have full power to pick his colors and style every month, and easily return any if there were unexpected problems. One small problem: the receipt for this whole transaction is now resting in his email where he can find it and spoil my surprise. I sneakily hacked into his computer while he was out, by which I mean I entered the password he's shared with me, because he foolishly trusted me not to wreck his banana, and opened up his email. I simply archived the existing emails and set it up so that future emails from the company would be auto-marked as read and archived as well. I know how to do this because I'm a brilliant hacker. I googled it while carefully double-checking my devious work just to ensure nothing slipped through the cracks. A new email pinged on arrival and caught my attention, a shipping confirmation for an engagement ring. I immediately noped off his computer, and of course I didn't open the email, but the damage is done. Secrets out. My heart fell right through my butt, you guys. I actually died and now I'm a ghost writing this. I probably should have pretended I never saw that, and taken the secret to my grave, but I was too pumped and couldn't keep it in. Within the hour I broke down and called Ray to sheepishly confess what I had done. Wasn't angry, but sadly disappointed that I spoiled the surprise. Here's the kicker: he didn't actually propose yet, and still intends to make a thing out of it. My punishment for snooping is that the suspense is killing me. I've been forbidden from telling anyone that we're getting engaged until it's officiated. Every time we go out, the suspense that this may be the night drives me crazy. A romantic date at the beach the other evening ended with me saying, "Damn, I thought for sure we were getting engaged tonight. Why would you think that I'm going to propose to you?" He said, "That sounds like something you wouldn't know about because I'd keep it secret in my personal email." Now he's started intermittently faking me out. The other day, he walked into the kitchen and presented me with a little hinged box, which turned out to contain a type-in from his work. He keeps getting down on one knee, looking up at me, and saying, "Gotta tie this shoe." The emotional stress of keeping this exciting secret within me, not sharing it with co-workers or family or anyone, is maddening. Every false start sends my heart right back into my butt. One more thing: I somehow coconut up the email settings. The shipping confirmation for the underwear didn't get archived on arrival, and he saw it within a few hours. So that surprise got spoiled, too. Turns out I'm not a master hacker, and my attempts have only brought woe into this house. I guess it's not all bad. He reports that the pair of boxer briefs that arrived are very nice to wear, and I do indeed enjoy squeezing his buns in them. If we ever do actually get married, it'll be nice to be hitched to a guy with sweet, silky buns and balls. Edit a misspelling. TL. Doctor tried to hide an email receipt for some fancy undies, found out about an incoming engagement ring, now I'll never get a husband. I'm dying, I'm laughing so hard. Honestly, I'm loving that nobody is upset and you're both just playing with it. I feel like he's absolutely doing it right by teasing you and mocking you with it for your crime. The reality is, if he's going to do the proposal right, he's first got to numb you to it so you're not expecting it every time you turn a corner. He could milk this puppy for another year. Maybe more. And GT. No, stop. Secrets are hard. A year would kill me. Boyfriend, hun, we need to leave right now for a flight to Paris. I'm actually a CIA spy and our lives are in danger if we stay here. OP, Paris, huh? Spies, huh? I gotcha. Winks. Boyfriend and op running down the Champs-Élysées, being shot at by spies. OP, I really thought tonight would be the night. My favorite part of this whole delightful story is that you take the trouble to introduce him as Ray, then never use his name. That's just for double the privacy, man. I used to do stuff like this to my wife all the time. She knew the proposal was coming, so I would mess with her. The shoe tying is the best. I get down and tie my shoe, look at her and say, "Sweetheart, will you help me up? My back hurts." Never got old. Edit. Wow, my top comment is at my wife's expense. Sorry love. What people don't understand is that you need to look into spinal decompression. We have something called the reverse hyper in back. We'll get you on it sometime. Jamie, pull that coconut up. But are his buns and balls still sweaty? Must know. I think it's unavoidable. Welcome to Florida, where the suburbs are swampy and your butternut is swampier. TIFU by not looking before I sat down. Or 8 of the place my employment, inside the men's shitter. I'm sitting there, doing my sit-down business because boss makes $1, I make a dime. I've just finished the dirty work and I'm about to perform my ablutions, but I delay it because it's a paid-to-shit thing, dicking around on Reddit a bit. At this point I feel something jump onto my balls. Something I had never hoped I would ever experience, let alone talk about on the internet. I shriek. A barbarian shriek, not a Viking shriek. Psycho shower scene shriek. A huntsman spider has crawled out of the toilet bowl and jumped onto my low-hanging fruit. I bat the spider off, smacking myself in the nuts, keel over in pain. Spider dead. Good news. My banshee wail has not gone unanswered. Bad news. Someone comes into the bathroom and knocks on the stall door. Mate, are you alright? Have you fallen over? I'll call an ambulance. No. Fine. Everything is good. Just slipped. Fine. No need to call an ambulance. You can leave now. I flush the world's smallest sexual predator to try and retain some of my inner pride, wash my hands, and make the very long walk back to my desk. My manager's desk isn't too far from the bathrooms, and he comes up to me afterwards. What happened in there? Is everyone alright? Yeah, everyone's fine. And then I make the dumbest decision of my life, and explain to him what had happened. And the audacity of the man, he laughs. He laughs so hard he has to sit down so he doesn't hurt himself. His hyena/kookaburra hybrid laughter has gotten the attention of some of the other members of my team. They're looking to get in on the funny joke. Boss man wheezes, get him to. Tell them holy shit. And because I'm incredibly susceptible to peer pressure, I tell them. Like a cheesecake gimp. I'm gonna skip past most of the laughter because it went on for what felt like forever. I come back from lunch, and Bossman and 2 other members of my team come up to me as I'm sitting back down at my desk getting ready to get back to work. Bossman is holding a piece of paper. Look, we need to have a chat about something. I've brought 2 of your friends in the team as support since this is obviously not something that's easy to talk about. I am confused. I have a blank HR report here. I'll need you to fill this out. You confided into me that you were sexually harassed in the workplace, and it's my duty of care to make sure the perpetrator is brought to justice. Under the space where it says which hand did they assault you with, just put X8. Understand this is a traumatic experience for you, and I just want you to know that every resource we have is here for you. TL, doctor, I need to fake my own death because I screamed when a spider jumped on my balls while I was on the toilet. Flushing the world's smallest sexual predator and the HR form put this story over the top. Such an Australian TIFU. Just put X8 was the butternut end for me. Thank you for renewing my mental subscription to be terrified of spider perpetrators every time you sit on a toilet. Mate, I've been needing to cheesecake ever since I got home, and I'm having arm flashbacks every time I look at my toilet. If I've got a love with this fear, so does everyone else. Mate, it was a huntsman. They aren't small spiders. Unless it was a baby one. If a fuel-sized huntsman jumped on my nuts, I'd be screaming bloody murder as well. You're good, mate. Spider tamed, slap your balls and make you faint. TIFU by trying to tell my parents about Jeff Epstein's suicide. It's literally just happened, and I've decided to lock myself in my room until further notice. I was surfing through my newsfeed this morning and I happened to see news articles that Jeffrey Epstein, rot in hell, has committed suicide. Now, my family and I all talk about current events and politics. My parents were up and about getting ready for the day, so I figure I'll go tell them the news. Their door was cracked open, so there's the coconut up. I walk in and am greeted by the sight of my mother blowing my dad. As I hear my mom say, "Do you mind?" I immediately walk the other way, and back downstairs to my room, all the while trying to burn away what I just saw. They leave for the weekend at noon, and I have no plans on seeing them again this morning. TL, Dr. Jeff Epstein decided to scar me from beyond the grave. Edit, in 1 hour on a throwaway, I get more karma than my 4-year-old account, first time getting silver, and front page for the first time? Huh. Anyway, back on the fuck Jeff Epstein train. So they still don't know about Epstein? Nah, he left them hanging too. TIFU by leaving the door open while having private time. Old people have no concept of door locks. I lived with my parents, they never locked their bedroom door, and if I locked mine my mom would ram into it like she thought it was broken. Speechless face. How'd she say "do you mind" with your dad's butternut in her mouth? Edit, quotation marks. Do oil. A gargling interlude. Ma-ah-nah. At least they were of age. They say that if you speak Jeff Epstein's name into a mirror 3 times, he comes back from the grave and blows your dad.